Our organization is the KSU Pre-Dental Club. My name is Nick Farbu, and I'm the recruitment officer. The purpose of the organization is to really just bring exposure to the field of dentistry to people. It's not a common one that people love. It's not the first instinct I want to look at teeth, but it's really just about exposure. One, let's see if it's a career you want to pursue. And two, the main thing is providing tools and resources to people who might not know about the process, because the process to applying to schools is pretty intimidating. So it's good to have a good group of people there behind you who know a lot of the answers and questions. So we just kind of learn about how it all goes together. Sure. So the activities that the organization does, the main thing I thought that was the coolest, there's a lot of schools that will have pre-dental days, or they'll call it impressions programs. So what that is where they'll invite pre-dental students from all over the country to come and get a first impression of the school. They'll kind of walk us around. They'll give us tours of the school. You'll do mock interviews. You'll literally practice doing impressions on people. And so it's cool to, you'll do like real life kind of dental school work to see what your life could be like in that. We do things, we'll go to local dental labs around, so where dentists, for those who don't know, dentists will say they'll do a crown, and they'll, take an impression, and then they'll send these impressions out to a lab. And then the lab will be the ones who make all this restorative work, crowns, dentures, whatever it is. So we'll go out and we'll see how that works. So it's not necessarily an office where a patient will go to, but kind of the back end of dentistry. Things that we do kind of more on a regular basis, we have monthly meetings where we'll go over things like what I was talking about, learning about the process. We also do think, we'll have one day where we'll all study for finals and have pizza, that kind of thing. And sometimes people from schools, from other recruitment or admissions offices, I should say, they'll come and they'll talk to us for an hour, answer questions, tell us what makes a good and bad applicant. Basically, we're trying to just prep all ourselves together and try to be as strong of an applicant as possible. I would say it's for someone who, if you're interested in finding a career, if you're not really looking to be behind a computer, stuck at a desk, I know that's kind of what I was just saying. That's something that was my biggest thing. It's something where you need kind of like a really strong desire to learn, not necessarily after, just up to college. Dentistry is something you learn till you stop, till you retire. There's always new things happening, new things to learn. So you got to be someone who wants to use your brain as well as your hands, in equal matter. I mean, it's a very artistic kind of field, because you're literally crafting and designing what something's like in someone's mouth. So it's an equilibrium balance. Most importantly, I think it's good. You need to have a desire to talk to people and get to know someone on an individual basis, because you can't just expect to put your hands in someone's mouth and not have any desire to like connect with them a little bit. So there's a lot of qualities that make a good someone for the field. But so if any of that sounds like something that'd be good for you, then you sound like you'd be perfect to join. And even if it's not something, if it's something you're teetering with, if you think you might want to do it, might not, come to a meeting and figure it out. So the best way to contact us is our email, KennesawPredent@gmail.com, or you can go through Owl Life. That's how I found it. It's pretty easy to navigate through. And that's probably the best way.